Hi, my name is Mike Hauerheim, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Edio. This online module is all about project management for charter school startups. I've been, over the course of my career working in technology and education, I've been involved in hundreds, maybe even thousands of projects, big and small. I've seen projects fly and be super successful. I've also seen my fair share of total disasters. And I was really excited to kind of help put this online module together to see if I can help distill some of that experience and some of those successes and failures into a useful overview of project management and how you can kind of take it back to your scenario and help keep your projects on track and give them a higher chance of success. So in distilling some of this experience, we boiled it down into a small framework that you can use for any project, big and small. The only difference between a big project and a small project is really how much time you spend thinking about these areas before you start the project. So the first part of the module is going to be all about establishing a foundation for your project, getting started on the right foot. And the first part of that is having a clear purpose. And to delve into that a little bit, we're going to talk about two concepts from two books. One of them is called Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and the other one is called Essentialism by Greg McKeown. And these are excellent books. We're not going to obviously read them. I get some summary videos for you to take a look at, and then I'm going to come back and put it in the context of project management. The second part is all about developing what's called an agile mindset and a sprint mentality. And for that, we're going to look at the startup software world and look at something called the agile methodologies. And that's going to kind of, they use that in order to manage projects that change rapidly over time, and the requirements are vague, and it's something that's been learned over decades of software development and boiled into this methodology. And we're going to talk about that in the context of managing non-technical projects. The second part is going to be all about establishing a technology toolkit. And in that, there's three areas where we need to establish tools. One is tools for coordinating, tools for collaborating, and the third one is tools for communicating. And that's really going to be all about establishing a clear set of tools your team can use to minimize the chaos of the realities of a project. And the last one, we're going to talk about developing a culture of continuous improvement and why that's important and how that kind of fits into the overall framework. And to do that, there's a tool in the Agile world called the Agile Retrospective, and we're going to talk about it. It's an exercise that you can do with your team on a regular basis to help draw out what's being successful and what's not, and how you can improve going forward. As we go, we're going to fill out something I call the Project Mini Manifesto, which is basically a little document that's going to summarize your clear purpose and some of your tools and some of the things you're going to do. So as you go through this online module, you can kind of fill that in, and at the end of it, you have a little document that you can share with your team as a starting point for how you guys are going to get work done. So that's the overview. With that said, let's get started.